The Rolex Submariner is possibly the most successful and most popular watch in the world. But which model is the best? Welcome to Luxury Sensei. Our team has been saving for years, and now, bringing the cash together, we are ready to buy our first Rolex Submariner. While we research the market for the best of them out there, we have made the top 5 Rolex Submariner models. Make sure to watch till the end. You'll find the best one for yourself too. And by the way, like and subscribe gives us a huge motivational boost to continue covering these exciting topics for you. First designed and created for the scuba diving market, Rolex Submariner now transcends far beyond. It reaches sports enthusiasts from football, soccer, bicycling, baseball, basketball, Hollywood stars, hip-hop musicians, and more. In fact, throughout the years, Rolex has become the proud sponsor of a small chosen group of sports like tennis, golf, horse racing, and yachting. And it generously compensates the globe's most admired athletes, Roger Federer and Tiger Woods, paying them over $20 million each year. One day, German watchmaker Hans Wilsdorf chose to change the way people recognize timepieces. Nobody, including Wilsdorf himself, could have imagined he would create the multi-billion-dollar company. Rolex is world-renowned for making the most sophisticated and luxurious watches. The story began in 1905 when Wilsdorf set about designing the ideal wristwatch. Over a century later, Rolex still keeps the quest for perfection instilled by its creator and driven by the Swiss tradition for the highest watchmaking quality. Wilsdorf did change people's perceptions. Today, having a Rolex wristwatch means owning the El Dorado of all timepieces. The Rolex Submariner series of watches was created to go where no clock had ever gone before: underwater. Early models were waterproof deep down to 330 feet, and the Rolex Submariner gave divers the possibility to keep track of their immersion time. This was critical to diving's success. The divers could follow accurately how long they had been underwater and when they must surface. Today, these watches last at depths of 1,000 feet, carrying divers additional timekeeping protection in even deeper seas. But despite being waterproof, what else could they do? Let's start with our top 5 best sellers Rolex Submariner models. Starting with number 5, Rolex Submariner 16610. The Rolex Submariner 16610 is the most distinguished of the Submariner watch series. This watch is so popular that it is one of the most frequently faked Rolex watches. The Rolex Submariner 16610 began its generation in 1989, and production ceased in 2010. Each Submariner 16610 is made from stainless steel, as well as the patented Rolex Oyster bracelet. The Submariner 16610 owns a 40mm black dial with luminescent watch hands and white gold circle hour markers, all covered by scratch-resistant sapphire crystal. It also features automatic movement and date tracking, as well as a unidirectional rotatable time-lapse diver's bezel. The most welcomed feature of the Rolex Submariner 16610, however, is its overall look and style. Many wearers note their love of its flexibility. The watch is sporty and sustainably designed, enough to be worn during scuba diving, yet it can also be taken to a black tie ceremony. This versatility makes it easy for customers choosing to invest in a watch, as the Submariner model can be worn at any time of the day. Submariner 16610 prices vary from around $5,000 to $10,000, depending on the quality used timepiece. Continuing with number 4, Rolex Submariner 116610LV, aka Hulk. Rolex revealed the Rolex Submariner Green 16610V in 2003 to celebrate the Submariner line's 50th anniversary. This limited edition Rolex was discontinued in 2010, making it a valuable collector's piece for any Rolex fanatic. The Rolex Submariner Green 16610V version took the classic features of the Submariner 16610 and elegantly played them up. For example, the unidirectional rotatable diver's bezel is green. The model showed owners a more colorful anniversary edition option, as the watch dial is also the color green. Either Submariner green model is a collector's watch, as each is a limited edition piece that is no longer in production. Collectors should plan to pay about $8,000 to $10,000 for a watch that is in mint condition. This is a fair price for such an individual timepiece. Industry experts agree that the anniversary watch's value will only increase over time. Investing in either the 16610V or the 116610LV makes the owner a part of Rolex history. Our number 3. Rolex Submariner No Date. The Rolex Submariner No Date lets watch collectors choose from black, blue, or silver dials. The most popular models are the Submariner 14060 and 114060. These models highlight a ceramic time-lapse diver's bezel that is entirely rotatable. Other Rolex Submariner No Date features combine a stainless steel case and bracelet with an adjustable glide lock clasp for easy, tool-free improvement over a wetsuit. Each Rolex Submariner is also marked with the watch's serial number, giving additional protection against counterfeiting and fraud. The watch dials are covered with a scratch-resistant sapphire crystal, and both models feature automatic movement. Another notable feature is its slender size. Both the bezel and the bracelet are a bit smaller and thinner than the Submariner 16610. Like nearly all Rolex watches, the models are expected to rise in value over time. Many collectors desire to purchase the Submariner No Date since it's already considered a classic. Current pricing is approximately $6,000 or $9,000. Moving on next. Number 2. Rolex Submariner Ceramic. When Rolex created the Swiss-made Submariner Ceramic, it took a shot and made a sportier watch than the 16610. This risk has received controversial reviews, but the pros outweigh any perceived cons with the Rolex Submariner Ceramic, particularly the 116610 models. The Rolex Submariner Ceramic is made from higher-class stainless steel than the last Submariner watches. The bracelet links are stable rather than hollow, making them more durable and less possible to stretch. These two specialties alone are strong selling points for those wishing to purchase a Submariner. The Rolex Submariner Ceramic clasp is another big selling point to this watch. Using a patented glide lock specialty, the Submariner Ceramic 116610 model's bracelet can be easily adjusted to fit the wearer's bare wrist during vacation time and fit over a diving suit during sea time. Rolex also increased the hand size and gave the traditionally dressy 16610 model a sporty overhaul with the 116610 version. The Submariner Ceramic is called this way because the diver bezel is ceramic. Those looking for the Submariner Ceramic watch should plan to pay approximately $7,000 to $9,000. And finally, today's champion, vintage Rolex Submariner. Dedicated collectors will not be satisfied until they purchase a vintage Rolex Submariner. 4 specific models stand up above the other. Vintage Submariner 1680, 5513, 6200, and 6538 are top craving watches by Rolex collectors worldwide, and there's a good reason for that. The Rolex Submariner 1680 came to the scene in 1966. This Rolex model's unique feature is its 3mm domed crystal, rising much higher above the case and bezel than other Submariner models. Another outstanding feature is its red subdial. James Bond made the Rolex Submariner 5513 trending, and this watch deserves all the respect it gets. The 5513 is a non-chronometer Rolex, so it's absolutely one of a kind. Formerly manufactured in the early 1960s, Rolex continued making the vintage Rolex Submariner 5513 model through the 1980s. This model's notable features are pyramid-shaped shoulders in previous versions and rounded-shaped shoulders in the later models, covering the watch's winding mechanism. The Rolex Submariner Model 5513 additionally has an oversized crown. Vintage Rolex Submariner 6200 and 6538 are some of the first vintage models produced in 1954. The 6200 boasts the Mercedes handset and an oversized winding crown. The 6538 is also considered an oversized crown model. Both vintage watches introduced the Submariner logo and included a depth rating that was printed on each dial. No matter what vintage Submariner a collector is looking for, each watch is worth its price in gold. Depending on the vintage watch's uniqueness and condition, collectors might pay upwards of $25,000 for an authentic vintage Submariner. So which one will you choose? Are you going to stick with a vintage one, or you choose the most frequently faked nowadays? Leave your opinion in the comments below. If you haven't already hit the like button, do it now. Likes help grow the channel. And don't forget to subscribe. Now hit the notification bell to receive more video content. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for being with us, and see you in our next video.